Yo, what's up, guys? It's been a while. I know I've been MIA. A lot of transitions have been happening the last couple of years, and the last time you guys see me, I was prepping for a show. Anyways, today's topic is going to be Retatrutide. See this thing right here? This GLP-1 is phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie. I'm currently in prep for a competition. I've been in prep since February, and I'm just gonna give you my feedback. I'm not gonna break down how it works, but it is anabolic, synergistic, and honestly, the side effects are not as bad as I thought. Especially like Ozempic and trizepatide and all those semaglutide stuff like that. Those compounds are pretty much on the spectrum of having more issues than these new and upcoming products that mimic GLP-1. I'm not going to go into detail with that. I'm not a fucking doctor, so just giving you my experience, and maybe this will help you. The pros and the cons. So first, pros, I feel satiated after eating meals. You know, being in prep since February to now, which is August fucking 22nd, is a very long time to be in prep. Yes, I've had like cheats, I've had refeeds. Long story short, there was like a month where I took off, but I didn't take off from my training, whatever. We got to a point where I couldn't have a well balanced lifestyle based on doing prep, and I wanted to do both. Now, Retatrutide, honestly, I was hesitant to putting anything in my body that's for diabetic people. But I looked into it, and working with my medical director, he broke down the scientific breakdown of it and helped me feel more comfortable taking this product. Now, it is not for sale, but there are peptide companies that are actually offering it. And if you are unsure about tirzepatide and retatrutide, I feel like you should go the route of the retatrutide because new and upcoming research is phenomenal. Once they discover something and they figure out the pros and the cons and people hear about it, it's going to go through the roof. This is the product that's going to fucking change everyone's perception on GLP-1s. Guarantee it. Because it prevents muscle wasting, and it's anabolic, it's synergistic. The fat loss effects on this product is phenomenal. Now, I'm going to go through the breakdown of how to take it. First milligram dose I started was 0.25 milligrams. Now, how to break that down is putting 1 milliliter in a vial that's 5 milligrams. Now, every 10 units, I'm going to give you an example. Anyways, every 10 units, you're looking at this, okay? You're going to pull back on the 10 marker, okay? That will give you 0.5 milligrams. So we're going to do half of that and you go to the fifth line, which is going to give you 0.25 milligrams. Now, when you first inject it subcutaneously, okay, you're going to feel a little woozy, all right? And I'm not going to go into scientific detail why, but you're going to feel a little woozy, and then you're going to find that you're going to taste a little copper taste in your mouth. It's kind of weird, it's strange, but that's normal. It's how your body is breaking down and changing, shifting, whatever. Anyways, so that being said, afterwards, eat a meal. When you go to eat that meal, you're going to kind of have a feeling at first, which is completely normal. So at that point, you can continue consuming your food, and then you go about your day like nothing happened. Later in the day, you'll notice that you'll not be as hungry. You won't be thinking about food as much, which is phenomenal. So that being said, after the second week, what I did was bump my milligrams to 0.5 milligrams. So instead of the half marker of the 1, I went to the 1 marker, which gave me half a milligram. Me being a bigger dude, I like to obviously test things to the extremes safely, practicing safe measures, because obviously my health is on the line. Only being 2 weeks in, the product started finally kicking in. Once the product started finally kicking in, I noticed one thing. I am not able to eat more carbs than I would if I wasn't on a GLP-1. Now, if you know what GLP-1 does, you understand why. When I ingested more carbohydrates than I was supposed to in a meal, I started feeling like crap. I noticed I started getting heartburn, and my stomach wasn't feeling well. I started getting distended, bloated, etc., etc. That's when you run into issues, when you overeat on the product. Okay. So you have to monitor your consumption of food while taking this product to get optimal results. Now, you have to honestly find a good fat ratio, a good carbohydrate ratio, and a good protein ratio. I like to do like 30, 30, 40, but sometimes I like to just keep my carbohydrates low. The key to having least side effects is doing complex carbs, complex carbohydrates, like sweet potatoes, Ezekiel toast, oatmeal, anything that's not going to spike your insulin when you ingest the carbohydrates. Now, when you do simple carbs like rice, potatoes, and something that's fast acting, which is going to spike your insulin, then you run into issues of feeling bleh. You also get distended. Your stomach is like, eh. Now, some people, maybe that's just my experience, but majority of the times I've noticed when I do it is that after you do your injection, the next day you will find yourself a little bit watery, which is, I don't know why, but I think in my mind it only makes sense because you're shocking the body. Obviously, you're manipulating certain hormones, and then when you exogenously take the medicine, you manipulate your hormones. Therefore, your body reacts a certain way, shocks the body, and then you retain water, and then it subsides the next day after that. So it's not a long duration of water retention. And cover the topic about exercising. You do want to exercise on this product because it has a more anabolic effect than tirzepatide, semaglutide, Ozempic, blah, blah, blah. Now, the fat loss effects on this product are, I'm pretty sure, double than what they would be on the tirzepatide. That's why people on tirzepatide have to take a lot more. I'm only comparing tirzepatide to retatrutide. I understand the other semaglutide, GLP-1 agonist, stuff like that. So I'm just giving my experience from two products. That's it. I'm not trying to sound ignorant. I don't know everything, but I'm trying to share my knowledge and give people an idea of how this product works and how to take it. So cardio wise, I would stay to a 20-minute duration, no more than 20 minutes, and then manipulate it, increase it more or less. You do have to make sure you don't drink on this product. I did try drinking because I read an article that therefore create acid reflux, indigestion, and distension, bloating, blah, blah, blah. I noticed when I did drink, even a sip, I'm not bullshitting, I had a sip of alcohol. It was Tito's. Actually, it was tequila, Tremana from The Rock. Dwayne Johnson. Within 2 to 3 hours, I got a nasty heartburn, acid reflux feeling in my stomach, and it was coming up my throat, and it was disgusting. And it would not go away for the life of me. So don't consume alcohol. You cannot consume alcohol in this product unless you want to feel like shit. Smoke a lot of weed though. Weed is good. So retatrutide, okay, great product. It's new and upcoming, if you haven't known. And if you are a bodybuilder or if you are trying to reach a goal and you don't want to feel hungry all the time so you can focus on your work, retatrutide is the way to go. Now, I am against GLP-1s. I am against all these peptides that manipulate for diabetic purposes and stuff like that. But for a short amount of time, let's just say 6 to 8 weeks, 6 to even 10 weeks, maybe even 12 weeks. That is a good amount of duration of time to try something, to put you in a position to be better than you were before. So it motivates you to be better without it because you already obtained a goal that you had in mind. So if you really, really want, you could wing yourself off of it and continue eating the way you eat, continue training, continue doing your cardio, and stay consistent. And slowly but surely, you'll still see more results. So long term, I don't really believe that these products are healthy for you because they do have a lot of side effects. I'm not going to dive deep into that, but you can look into that on YouTube or Google or Ask a fucking doctor. But yeah, retatrutide is the way to go. Consume complex carbs, adequate amount of protein. Ideally aim to 15 to 30 grams of protein. That's a good range. Fats, I'd say 10 to 15 per meal. Carbohydrates, I'd say no more than 45 to 50. I found my sweet spot when I do more than 50. Like I tried 70 and I felt bloated, distended, and honestly, my stomach was like inside out. And then my body was like 30 to 40. For me, 50. Obviously, I'm bigger and whatever. Loss is tremendous, and you keep your cardio minimal. Don't exceed too much because then you'll start muscle wasting, especially if you're not on anabolics. Now, if you're on anabolics, perfect. You'll prevent all that muscle wasting as well. And then for the retatrutide, I think the most milligrams you can do is 15 milligrams. But I started at 0.25. Following week, I did 0.5. Following week, I did 0.5 again. Now I'm doing a every Monday, Thursday regimen where I do 0.5 twice a week. And that's a little extreme for me. I found out that this last week that when I did that, I was actually not hungry at all. And it was really hard to eat and remember that I had to eat, which was good, but it was bad because at the end of the night, I had so many calories and I was like, fuck, how am I going to consume all these calories without feeling like shit? So I had to space it out and then prolong my evening just to get my calories. So stay at a low dose, feel it out, see if it works for you. Only do it short term because a beneficial product, peptide, that will help you in a short term goal. Okay. Now look into it and make sure you do your research, talk to a doctor about it, get as much information as you can. Retatrutide. My name is Moses. Thanks for watching my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will be posting a video when I go to nationals and break the product down even more to show you the results of what I looked like in a short amount of time to help me from A to Z. Thanks for watching.